Have you ever spun a globe and wondered, what's it like for people on the other side? When you look at a map or a globe, it's easy to imagine that up and down are the same for everyone. But is that really true? What if you could magically travel to the exact opposite side of the world? Would everything feel upside down, or would it feel just like home? If you're on top, are Australians hanging upside down? It's a funny thought, isn't it? From your point of view, it might look like people in Australia are standing on their heads with their feet pointing up into the sky. It seems like anyone not on top should just fall off, right? If the world is round, why don't people on the bottom tumble into space? It almost feels like there's a secret trick keeping everyone in place. Imagine digging a tunnel straight through the earth. If you peeked through, you'd see someone in Australia with their feet pointed at yours, looking upside down from your view. But from their side, you'd be the one who looks upside down. So why don't they fall off? Why aren't there coins flying into space? Why does everything stay put, no matter where you are on the planet? Whether you're in Australia, North America, or anywhere else, if you jump up, you always come back down. But what is down, really? Is it the same everywhere? The answer isn't magic, it's science. There's no wizard casting a spell to keep us glued to the ground. Instead, there's a powerful force at work that affects everything and everyone on Earth. No matter where you stand, at the North Pole, the Equator, or all the way down in Australia, everyone feels upright. Your feet are always on the ground and your head is always pointing up to you. The secret is an invisible force acting everywhere all the time. This force pulls everything toward the center of the Earth no matter where you are. It holds you to the ground, keeps oceans in place, and makes water spill down. It's the reason you don't float away, and why everything falls back to Earth when you drop it. To solve this, we need to understand what down really means. Is down the same for everyone, or does it depend on where you are on the globe? Let's dive in and unlock this mystery together. Get ready to discover how science explains the great upside-down mystery of our spinning planet. The force that keeps us grounded is gravity. It's one of the most important forces in the universe, and it's working on you every single second, whether you notice it or not. Without gravity, we'd all be floating around, unable to walk, run, or even sit still in our chairs. Gravity is what makes life on Earth possible, holding everything together in a gentle but unbreakable embrace. Gravity is like an invisible rope, pulling everything toward Earth's center. Imagine a giant invisible hand gently tugging at you, your pets, your house, and even the air you breathe, making sure nothing drifts away. This invisible force is always at work, no matter how high you jump or how tall a mountain is. No matter where you are, New York, Paris, or the South Pole, gravity pulls you straight down, toward the core. It doesn't matter if you're standing on a beach, climbing a mountain, or sitting in a classroom. Gravity is always pulling you toward the very center of our planet. It's like Earth is giving everyone, everywhere, the same special treatment. For someone in Australia, their down is the same as yours, toward the center. Even if you're on completely opposite sides of the world, down always means heading toward Earth's heart. It's a little mind-bending to think about, but it's true for everyone, everywhere. That's why a dropped ball always falls to the ground beneath your feet. Whether you're in Africa, Asia, or Antarctica, gravity makes sure that everything falls down, which really means toward the center of the Earth, not just the floor. Gravity gives everyone their own sense of down, no matter where they are. It's like having a personal guide, always pointing you in the right direction, so you never get confused about which way is up or down. Think of it as Earth's giant planet-sized hug, holding oceans, air, and you in place. Without gravity, the oceans would float away, the air would drift off into space, and we'd have nothing to keep us safe and sound on the ground. Even at the bottom of the globe, you're not upside down, you're just being pulled toward the ground under you. No matter where you stand, gravity makes sure your feet are planted firmly on the ground, and you never feel like you're hanging upside down. Astronauts float in space because they're far from Earth's gravitational hug. Out there, gravity's pull is much weaker, so they drift and float, free from the strong embrace that keeps us anchored here on Earth. Here on Earth, gravity is our cosmic anchor. It's what keeps our feet on the ground, our buildings standing tall, and our oceans from spilling into space. It keeps us all safely on our spinning planet, no matter how fast we're moving through space. Thanks to gravity, we can live, play, and explore our world, all while being held tight by Earth's super strong hug. Gravity is a force that acts on every single one of us, every moment of our lives, pulling us toward the center of the Earth. No matter where you stand, on a mountain peak, in a valley, or at sea level, gravity is always working, keeping your feet firmly planted on the ground. It's the invisible hand that makes sure we don't float away, and it's so constant that we rarely even notice it's there. But have you ever wondered why, if the Earth is round, we don't feel like we're standing sideways at the equator, or even upside down if we travel to the South Pole? It seems like, depending on where you are, down should feel different. At the South Pole, for example, you're technically on the bottom of the planet compared to someone at the North Pole. Shouldn't you feel like you're hanging upside down? Yet you feel just as upright as anyone else. The answer lies in how our bodies sense direction. Deep inside your ears is a tiny, complex system that helps you balance. This system, called the vestibular system, works closely with gravity to tell your brain which way is down. It's always active, constantly sending signals to help you stay upright and balanced, no matter where you are on Earth. So, whether you're in New York, Nairobi, or the South Pole, your sense of down is always the ground beneath your feet. Your body automatically adjusts, making you feel upright, even if someone on the other side of the world is standing in what looks like the opposite direction. In space, things are different. There's no absolute up or down, just the direction gravity pulls you, if there's any gravity at all. Astronauts float because they're in free fall, and without gravity's constant tug, their bodies lose that sense of direction. Imagine you're standing in a room and the floor starts to tilt very slowly. As long as your feet stay on the floor, you'll always feel upright, even if the room is at a strange angle. Your sense of balance adapts to the new position. As long as the floor is beneath you, your brain tells you that you're standing up straight. It doesn't matter if the floor is tilted or curved, your body trusts what it feels underfoot. On our curved planet, the direction of down shifts gradually as you move from one place to another. But because this change is so smooth and subtle, you never notice it. Your brain is constantly recalibrating, making tiny adjustments so you always feel balanced and upright. That's why the idea of being sideways or upside down doesn't really make sense to us. Our brains are wired to interpret down as wherever gravity is pulling us, and that's always toward the center of the Earth. Over millions of years, humans and all other life on Earth have evolved to trust gravity's pull as our guide. It's built into our biology, shaping how we move, stand, and even how we think about direction. If you were to land on another planet with a different gravity, your sense of down would change instantly. Your body and brain would quickly adapt to the new pull, making that ground feel like the new down. Gravity is the force that shapes our reality, always pointing us toward the center of our world. It's the reason we feel grounded, no matter where we stand on this spinning, curved planet we call home. Here's another twist. Earth is spinning fast, over 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. So why don't we fly off? Gravity's pull is much stronger than the outward force from spinning. The spin does make you a tiny bit lighter at the equator, but gravity still wins. Imagine being an astronaut looking at Earth. People in London look upright, in South Africa upside down, in Ecuador sideways. But everyone feels normal, with sky above and ground below. Upside down is just a matter of perspective. To someone in Australia, you're the one who's upside down. There's no single right way to look at Earth. Our point of view shapes what we believe is true. Science teaches us to see the world from many perspectives. That's a lesson for life, too. So what have we learned? Up and down aren't fixed. They're illusions created by gravity. Down is wherever gravity pulls you. Up is the opposite. For everyone on Earth, down is toward the center, up is toward the sky. In space, with no gravity, up and down mean nothing. Our experience of the world is shaped by our planet's gravity. No matter where you are, you feel the ground beneath your feet and the sky above. We're all united by gravity, fellow travelers on spaceship Earth. Next time you look at a globe, remember, every direction is up for someone. Science doesn't just answer questions, it changes how we see everything.